everybody, welcome back to today's video. Tonight is night number 3 of the Hockett-McMillin Memorial here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. And to start off today's video, I kind of wanted to give you a quick tour of the facility. So that's what is so amazing about this place. First off, right here we are in front of the pond that is actually right behind the racetrack. Now they run the drag boats here, and all of this is on the same piece of property. As you can see right here, if Carly turns around, that is the racetrack that we have. And then we have the pond over here to my left, and then directly behind us we have the off-road track, which let's go check that out. So now we are here at the Lucas Oil off-road track. You can see it in the background. We've been checking this out a little bit each day, just every single corner, turn, jump that it has. And like I said, this is directly behind the pond. So there's so many different activities you could do here at this facility. Like I said, we've been checking this out. If you brought a fishing pole, you can fish in the pond each morning. So these are just all pieces to what they have here on the property. You got the racetrack, you got the off-road track, you have the ponds, and then also way in the back here, we have camping. But we're gonna get the night started for night number 3 of the Hockett-McMillin Memorial. This place is just unbelievable, and I'm glad to be a part of the event. Well, we just got done with our hot lap session here at the Lucas Oil Speedway for night number 3. Car felt pretty good. We did decide to make a gear change though for our heat race. We are just turning a little too much RPM. This should be a little bit better, especially since the track is still fairly quick. This dirt is just different. You can feel it out there. When I was out there hot lapping, we were pretty much wide open, but it almost just doesn't have a lot of grip to it. You still slide around like it's slimy, even though it's working in. So that's something that's just super unique about this place. Now we are gonna be in a qualifier. Night number 3 is not a whole new night. It's all based off your points combined from Thursday and Friday. So we ended up lining up in the 4th qualifier, 3rd row outside. Top 2 transfer to tonight's A main event, and everyone else goes to the B mains and then into the LCQ. So we're gonna head out for our qualifier next. Like I said, the track is still fairly narrow, but hopefully by the time, since we are the last qualifier, we'll be able to make a few passes to the front. So night number 3 of the Hockett here at the Lucas Oil Speedway in Wheatland, Missouri. I got a fan that wants to be in the video. What's your name, buddy?
Carson.
Carson, nice to meet you. We took some pictures earlier, got some merchandise here. Show them your shirt. Looking good. Where are you from, buddy? Oklahoma. Oklahoma here, that's awesome. So nice meeting you, buddy, and he wanted to be in the video, so that's good. Now, because of the schedule and the quick turnaround time, I didn't get a chance to talk to you guys before the B main event, but because we ran 6th in our qualifier, that set us up to start 6th in B main number 1. Now, the track was almost identical to the qualifier because just a few laps were turned on it in between the two events, but you guys get a chance to ride along with me as we roll off from the 6th position in this B.
So far, not able to make any real gains. He's still within a couple of car lengths. The 4 of Evan Martin. Up another one in this one to the 7th spot. Jake Greider back to 8th. Billy Butler and Landon Britt right now running at your top 10. Working lap number 10. McClellan starting to see the back of the field. Jay Russell in the 76. At the tail end of the line. He currently runs at 15th. He'll have the 3Z of Zach Davis in front of him running at 14th to 90X. Matt Tanner, in 13th. Landon Britt back to 12th. Connor Leffler and Howard Moore now up into the top 10. As they're side by side just about in front of your leader, Sean McClellan has to try the bottom through turns 1 and 2. Kyle Bellum trailing by just over half a straightaway as we are down into the closing laps here of Brown & Miller Racing Solutions B feature number 1. Problems for Davis in the 3Z. He's going to dive down into the infield. Unfortunately, his night coming to a close, a lap away from the checkered flag. Problems for the AT&T up in turn number 4. Not seeing what happened there, but a great recovery. Keeps it going straight. The checkered flag, though, is coming up for the 14 of Kyle Bellum. And the 1 is Sean McClellan. Bellum trying everything he can to run him down, but he's out of time. The checkered flag is out. Sean McClellan's your race winner. The 14E of Kyle Bellum crossing in second. Tyler Thomas in third. The 7C of Justin Cox in fourth. And Evan Martin ends up in a transfer spot. Heartbreak for the 51B of Joby Miller. Miller had been in a huge battle with Tyler Thomas throughout most of this.
All right, well, our Jesse Hockett-Daniel McMillin Memorial night number 3 here at the Lucas Oil Speedway has come to a close. We started 6th there in that B main event and came home 6th, 1 spot out of transferring into tonight's LCQ. It has just been a roller coaster of a weekend. It started out on a very low. We just didn't get started right. You guys saw we got upside down in that first heat race, and my dad said it best. We have been digging ourselves out of a hole since our first laps around the place. We hot lapped there. We were in the first heat race, got upside down, didn't end up in a qualifier, and then had to come from the back of the B. Last night was much better, but we still kind of ran in the back of the A main event. It was cool that we put it in the show, but we just weren't able to gain that many points. I think we were around 35th overall in points after the 2 nights combined. Then we started 6th in our qualifier tonight. Track was super fast. I made some mistakes. I didn't get a chance to actually chat with you guys after that qualifier, but we started 6th, ran 6th, which set us up to actually start 6th again in the B. You guys saw I kind of made a late race charge there. I was right behind the 7C of Justin Cox battling for the last transfer spot. I made the bottom work down in 1 and 2, and then I went and followed him into 3 and 4. And my right rear just caught the curb the wrong way, which allowed a guy by, and I lost like a straightaway distance. Actually got very lucky that I did not make contact with the outside wall. So obviously pretty disappointing that we weren't able to advance into tonight's LCQ, but if you look at the bright side, we got 3 full nights of racing here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. And the one thing no one can take away from me is the experience that I got. I got to a new racetrack, raced against 70 plus 360 sprint cars. And also, I just want to give a huge shout out to my family and crew, my mom and dad, Carly and Roger Henderson, for sticking with me through the highs and the lows of our weekend. Also, a huge shout out to our engine, our Bailey Brothers 360 Sprint Car ASCS engine. Tonight was like night number 26 or 27 on it. We just wanted to finish off the weekend and it made it through. So this thing, old reliable, we like to call it. Glad it made it through the 3 nights. So as many of you guys know, the Lucas Oil Speedway is known as the diamond of dirt tracks. This place is very, very tricky. And I'm gonna use this time of watching the A-main event to enjoy the races, but also study and see what the fast guys are doing to get much, much better next time we're at this facility. This place is absolutely packed and pumped up. It's all packed up and ready for the 30-hour trip back to Oregon. What an experience we had here at the Lucas Oil Speedway. First off, to every single person that came up Thursday, Friday, Saturday and met me, said hi, bought a t-shirt, anything. It just means so much to myself and my family. Meeting each and every one of you guys was so cool. As far as our results this weekend, we were a little disappointed. We were hoping to have a little bit of a better run. Just kind of got behind the 8 ball. Like I talked about, we have been in a hole since Thursday. Got started there with that heat race. That was my mistake. And then we don't end up at a qualifier. Don't make out of the B main Thursday. Was able to be 15th overall in points Friday, got into the A-main event, did not have a very good A, but at least we were in the show. That was pretty cool. That set us up to be like mid-pack tonight, you know, had an alright qualifier, went 6-6, track was just super, super fast, and then in that B-main event also went 6-6. Missed the transfer by 1, just made a mistake there late in the B-main event, which cost us. But overall, Lucas Oil Speedway, I talked to many different drivers, and they really said this is one of the trickiest tracks on the ASCS schedule. We will definitely be back here again. Real quick, just want to thank all my sponsors, ABC Powder Coating, Pit Stop USA, North Metford Les Schwab, On-Site Screeners, Swindell Speed Lab, Durango RV, Ferguson Waterworks, Knife River. Also got Lafarge, OMA KTM Factory, QRC, and Fast 4 Media. Also want to give a huge shout out to Carson. We got KPC Chassis and Bailey Brothers. Everyone really, really helps us out. And then overall, just being at the diamond of dirt tracks, the Lucas Oil Speedway, it is a top-notch facility. You definitely should have this place on your bucket list. I mean, you have a car wash right back here, so everyone washes their car each night. You have the off-road track, which you can go and look at and enjoy. You can wake up each morning and fish in like 3 different ponds they have around the place. Even down to like the bathrooms and concession. They also have camping, which people do that, it seems like most of the months throughout the year. So just super, super cool what they've done here in Wheatland. We'll see you guys all though in the next video, man. Sprint car season is starting to wrap up. I appreciate you guys all riding along with me for the journey. We may have got our butts kicked. We may have struggled. We did have some high moments though. We had some really, really good laps around the track, but it just means there's a lot of room for improvement. And I'm hoping you guys are ready to ride along for this journey as we get better and better. See you guys all in the next one. Back home to Oregon we go. Deuces.